Hey everybody, this is Kareem, adding some more insight to your day. And today I wanted to talk about an area I think a lot of people could get better at, that including myself, which is positive thinking. Why is the power of positive thinking and being an optimist important in my view? I want to start off by some life experience and some experience that was given to me by my mentors. And that is, I'll start with the other side of the coin, someone who's maybe pessimistic. Most pessimists are generally very accurate when evaluating a situation or evaluating, how someone did at a task or what someone's going to do in a task. They're generally going to tell you all the logic and all the statistics behind, whatever endeavor or whatever thing you want to tackle. And they're generally right. They figure that 3 out of 5 businesses fail. That's bad odds, so they're not going to start a business. They see 1 out of 2 marriages fail, so they're not going to get married. They're right. Statistically, they're right. It's kind of hard to argue with that, which is funny enough. So you get these other group of people called the optimists, and they look at the statistics. They see that 3 out of 5 businesses fail. They see that 1 out of 2 marriages fail. They see that if they go down this road, they only have a 20% success rate, but they do it anyway, which is kind of funny. That sounds kind of ironic. Pessimists are more accurate. They're more correct. They know it's not going to work. But optimists, despite all the bad press, all the lack of odds, the dice is rolled against them, still want to take a shot at something, which is kind of interesting. And the result is pessimists are generally always more accurate and they're right, but they feel bad about being right. Where the optimists are generally a little bit crazy, a little bit taking risks, jumping into something that seems like it's going to be a failure. But they're able to push goals forward that the pessimists won't ever do. They won't ever undertake. And that's the big difference. Even though the pessimists are generally very accurate, the optimist sets the new standard. They set the goal. They make $1 billion in a depression when everyone's afraid to do it, like Sir John Templeton. Why is that the case? And I think it's because of this. When you employ this positive thinking, when you employ this optimism, when you employ this state of mind, you become a little bit unrealistic. You expand the possibilities of the world, and ultimately I think you change your belief system by doing this, because instead of looking at all the statistics and the science of why it will fail and you're, according to the pessimists, you're incorrect, there's no way this can happen, you prove them wrong. You run the 4-minute mile like Roger Bannister when everyone says it's impossible. You figure out, 2 bicycle mechanics that can learn how to fly when everybody says that it can't be done. The reason I think optimism is very powerful is because that it elevates the possibilities of what you can do, what you can create. It pushes the limits and the possibilities a little bit higher than the pessimist will, even because the pessimist knows it's not going to work anyway. The pessimist knows you can't be successful in business. The pessimist knows that, well, people can't fly. I mean, people can't, build airplanes. That's preposterous. People can't run a 4-minute mile. Look, the sportscaster or whoever said, it's they came up with all these statistics. So, and I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but the point I want to get across is that the optimists, despite all the setbacks, all the failures, all the people saying no, and all the statistics saying it can't be done, still are able to forge ahead and try and do new tasks, try and create new possibilities, and break old records, break old standards, and show the world, new technology, new feats of athleticism, and even, new monetary gains and new starting businesses. So the next time you're faced with a task and, there's people saying that you can't do it because of reason A, B, and C, even if they're right, I still encourage you, within reason, don't do anything to hurt yourself. But if it's a goal or a dream you really want, if you want to start your own business, if you want to write your own book, if you want to, go around travel the world, if you want to, even people have gotten over, use their mind and their mental capacity to get over physical attributes that people never thought they could. Being disabled or handicapped, people have actually used their mind to get over that. Even overcoming a terminal disease like Lance Armstrong, when the doctors all say, well, you have terminal cancer here, 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 and here. So I think it's important that you develop, even when the odds are all against you, a voice in your head or a belief system that says no matter what's going to happen, no matter how bad the statistics and how bad all the data and the evidence are against me, if I really want something, I'm going to strive for it. And that's the power of optimism. That's the power of a strong psychology. And I think that's something I need to get better at developing. And I think that's something a lot of successful people have developed, because 8 out of 10 millionaires go bankrupt. So there has to be something in them that's telling them, I will get there, even if the odds are all against me, even if I keep getting knocked down. And with that, have a good night, YouTube. And next time you want to tackle a task that everyone says is impossible, even if it's something you really want, I'm encouraging you to go for it. Good night.